Do you want to be better looking, smarter, more creative, a better athlete, and be happier overall? Well, you can have all of this starting tomorrow. Meet Matt Walker. He's currently a professor of neuroscience and psychology and the director of the Sleep and Neuroimaging Lab at the University of California, Berkeley. He studied at Nottingham and Harvard and has published over 100 scientific studies. He recently came on the scene following the success of his book, Why We Sleep, and has done his rounds on major podcasts, including the Joe Rogan Experience. His book explains everything that we currently know about sleep. Sleep is an evolutionary perk that every single animal on Earth experiences. Yes, dolphins, flies, even my jellyfish experience sleep. Sleep is essentially the elixir of life, the fountain of youth, the holy grail. Sleep is undoubtedly the most important thing you can do for your well-being. Now, people often place diet and exercise as the priorities of health, and sleep's often left neglected, and this is a horrible mistake. But before we talk about the grave that we're all digging for ourselves, let's ask, why do we sleep? Well, there's not really one definitive answer. Rather, there's heaps. Without getting too deep into the science of it all, we sleep so that our cells can repair themselves, so that we can prime our brain for optimal learning, so that we can consolidate memories, with other memories and create a web of connections that help us navigate through life, and also so that we can deal with traumatic and emotional experiences. So as Matt puts it so plainly in his book, there does not seem to be one major organ within the body or process within the brain that isn't optimally enhanced by sleep. So what are some of the benefits of a good night's sleep? More mental clarity, increased attractiveness, less weight gain, stronger immune function, more creativity, and better physical performance. And what happens if you don't happen to get enough sleep? You might feel sluggish, feel moody, you might have more weight gain, you might be more likely to have depressive thoughts, you'll have higher blood pressure, more chance of getting cancer, more chance of cardiovascular disease, more likely to die in a car crash, increased feelings of anxiety, and increased thoughts of suicide. So how much sleep do you need if you want to enjoy all the benefits of sleep and avoid all the dangers? Well, research suggests that at the absolute least, you get 7 hours of sleep per night. Any less than this, even if it's just for one night, is detrimental to your health and will negatively affect you in almost every aspect of your life. Now, even with this being said, 8 to 9 hours is recommended, so please, if you can, try to get that. Current attitudes surrounding sleep don't really like this advice. All over the world, people that enjoy sleep are considered lazy when, in reality, they might actually be looking after themselves better than anyone. You always hear people talking about how they wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and this is 100% fine as long as they're going to bed at 8 p.m. the night before, because otherwise they're just doing a disservice to themselves. Studies show that people that work sleep deprived are less efficient, less productive, and less creative. But when these people are asked how they feel, they actually say that they don't think there's anything wrong with them. So if you think you're good at whatever you do, just imagine how much better you could be if you got a good 8 hours sleep. A common excuse that we all tell ourselves is that there's not enough time in the day to do the things that we want, and therefore sleep has to suffer. Now, for some people, this might actually be the case. But for the majority of people, particularly young people, I don't think time's the problem. I think it's attention. I challenge you to take note of all the moments you spend throughout your day doing pointless things. How often are you picking up your phone just to check it for no reason? How much time do you spend scrolling through social media for no particular reason whatsoever? A good rule of thumb is if you're watching TV, using your phone, or listening to music, you could be spending that time doing something else. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing those things. It just means that if you are, you're prioritizing those over other things that you want to do. And that's not a problem with time, that's a problem with your priorities. Now, if you guys want to improve your life, start tonight and get a good 8 hours sleep. And if you're already doing that regularly, then I don't really know what to tell you. Good morning, y'all.